Today's episode is going to be all about subscription models. Okay, let's get started. So, subscription models are so relevant today, and everybody's doing them. And if you haven't started, you might be thinking about starting a subscription model in your business. And subscription models are something that are easy to handle. They're consistent in your revenue, consistent with also what services you're giving out. So it seems like a really fun model to have in your business. Well, with everything that is fun and everything that becomes a trend, the laws also start catching up. They might be slow, but they catch up. And so the laws are catching up. And with that being said, what I'm talking about are some of the top things that you need to be doing in your business, but also some changes that you need to make if you have not already done them. So there are some new laws that have come out of California and some other states. You want to make sure that your business is literally in compliance with these laws, because a lot of them also go hand in hand with consumer protection. And if you have anybody that is from California as a member of your subscription model, then the laws apply to you. It doesn't matter if you're based in Alaska or Hawaii, the laws apply to you if your consumers are coming out of California. And so the reason I talk about California is because when you have one state that you have to comply with, being a company that is national or even international, then you want to comply with the state or the governance that is probably the most restrictive or the most demanding. That way you are in compliance and you're also not having to worry about whether you're violating any legal rules out there. So number one thing that you want to make sure that you have in place in your subscription model on your website in general is a privacy policy. The privacy policy is required by law. The privacy policy tells your consumer, the user of your website and the user of all of your services and products, what information that they are giving you, what personal information they're sharing with you, why they're sharing it with you, what you're doing with that information, who you are sharing that information with, and also with so many different states and countries out there, especially the GDPR, you also have to give them the ability to tell you which information you may or may not share with others. And so this is something that is really becoming more prevalent, and you want to make sure that your business policies and the information that you are getting from other people is being used in an appropriate manner, because at the end of the day, you are stewards of their information, and governments and the laws are trying to protect the consumers. So the privacy policy is required, and the privacy policy is very important to the laws out there. And so you want to make sure that you are complying with it. And again, I have a privacy policy on Your Contract Buddy, or, it's a template that you can download and apply to your business. And so stay tuned for a code at the end so that you can make sure that you can actually get it. And then also you can use the code for a discounted price on that template that if you want to purchase from Your Contract Buddy. Now, number two, hand in hand with the privacy policy is the terms and conditions. Now, while the terms and conditions not required by law, but it is so essential because it is basically laying out the lay of the land for your website or for the way you are running your business. So it's essentially, think of it as your home that people are entering. And now this is the rules of your home. And you're just letting them know that this is how things are functioning in your home. So what you tell on the terms and conditions is what you're sharing with them is the refund policy, for example. You're also sharing with them who owns the intellectual property on your website, or the products on your trademark, or whatever services that they're getting. How can they use those services, or the education that they might be getting? How can they use that education, and can they share it with others, or can they copy paste? All of that stuff is in your terms and conditions. In addition to all of that, you have your disclosures and your disclaimers as well. What are you going to warranty? What are you not warranting? Are you somebody who's accredited by XYZ type of certification, or are you not? If you're giving health information, are you a health person or are you not a health person? Are you a doctor or you're not a doctor? So these are all things that you want to make sure that your terms and conditions are covering and sharing. And again, has to be in alignment with your business. So you can't copy and paste from another company, just like the privacy policy, and put it in as part of your website, because one, you may forget to change the names of the company. And then number two, it just may not be aligned with what you're doing in your business. And ultimately, you could be just digging a hole for yourself that you can absolutely avoid. Now, number 3 that you need to do with the new subscription models that you might be adding to your business model, or something that's already existing, and some of the laws that are coming out, is that you want to have where the subscription model, the notice that you're giving out to your consumer. So this kind of deals with the fact of the auto renewals that are happening with subscription models, especially for when you have a subscription for 1 year or longer. And so the auto renewals, there's a certain date, time frame that you need to make sure that you are notifying your user of that, where they are being notified of the changes within a certain time frame before the auto renewal happens. So generally it's about 30 days depending on the law that you are working with. And so you want to send out a auto renewal notice that, hey, this is going to get auto renewed. If you're okay with it, wonderful. If you want to cancel it, here's the cancellation button right there. Now that takes me to the next point, which is the cancellation. You want to make sure your cancellation is easy. You can easily access it and it's obvious that it's there. So it should be, if you have a membership portal, it should be a cancellation button or something that is a direct link to the cancellation where you can easily cancel it. And whether it's on the membership portal or whether it's in an email that you're sending out, something that is easy to see. And not only is it easy to see and easy to access, but it's also easy to implement, where you as the retailer or the person who's providing the subscription is not adding other marketing tactics to before they say, I need to cancel this now. And so you want to have it easy. It's not like, oh, well, hey, why don't you take this other promotion before you cancel it and extend it out for another, 5 months or something. No, it has to be avoid of all of those type of marketing tactics. So it has to be super easy, super accessible, and just honestly, just plain simple, good work ethic and business ethics that are happening there. Someone who's just not interested, quite frankly, they're probably not your ideal client anymore. They might have been at one time, they're just not. So let it go. You're going to get somebody else that's going to join and get on that subscription model of yours. Now, another thing and final point that I want to talk about is also the freebies that you're giving. Now, sometimes you're giving a 30-day freebie or a 15-day free trial, and hopefully you're sending out a notice for that. While it may not be required, but what is required, the free trial that you're giving out that lasts more than 31 days, whether it's a free trial or whether it's a gift that lasts 31 days or more before the auto renewal starts happening, you have to give them notice 21 days prior to the auto renewal date. And so the reason is so that they have understanding and they know that this is about to do an auto renewal and they're going to be paying automatically. And so you want to make sure that they are given that notice. And so the government requires that. The laws require that now in California. And so there's some other states, again, that have actually implemented these auto renewal policies. And again, some changes to the requirements. But if you are satisfying the most stringent requirement out there, you're most likely satisfying the more broader requirements that are out there also. Now, with all of that being said, I have, again, a audit that you can use for your business to make sure that you are getting all your ducks in a row. And I know for a lot of us, some of the beginning of the year was a little tough, or it can be tough in general. It doesn't matter what year we're in. And so sometimes a lot of things start happening later on as we get more traction towards the end of the month of January or early Feb. So this is the perfect time to actually sit down and evaluate how your legal is in your business, because at the end of the day, you want to use legal strategies to help promote your business and help to raise the level of your business. Those legal strategies are not there to, put up a wall so you can move forward, but they're there to help you grow. And so these legal strategies are very important to start implementing from the beginning rather than doing it later on when it might just be too late and you won't be able to mitigate the issue as much as you could have if you started doing it now. So download that 5-day legal audit challenge. It's a self-paced legal audit with so much education. I have workbooks, I have, worksheets for you also. So it's not something that is going to be difficult to implement. It's going to be actually teaching you also how to do it. So there's videos and there's worksheets. So download that for your business. And again, there is a code that I'm going to be giving you, Buddy20, BUDDY 20. Use that for your contract buddy and get the templates that you need for your business. If you're in that space where you want to get some solid legal contracts in your company, but you just can't afford the legal fees right now, but you can definitely afford these contract template prices. If you have any other questions, DM me, leave a comment below. And again, share the love. This video and many other videos that are coming out are quick, easy tips for your business. They're legal strategies, business strategies, marketing strategies are coming out of here. And so share the love. And again, subscribe so you don't miss future information that's coming out, the bestest that is coming out from GVP Law. I will catch you again. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.